Good morning, I'm Peter Milios from the Finance News Network. Another solid performance from AI darling Nvidia was not enough as US stocks were broadly lower overnight, with Treasury yields continuing to edge higher on the returns of concerns around sticky inflation and Fed rate cut timing. The Dow Jones closed 1.06% lower, the S&P 500 fell 0.74%, its first negative session of the last three. The Nasdaq finished 0.58% lower on the day, with Nvidia helping to limit the tech index's decline. While the start to this week has been mixed, all three major indexes remain on track to post solid gains for the month of May, with the S&P 500 currently up 4.6% for the month, the Dow up 1.7%, and the tech-heavy Nasdaq surging more than 8% in May. After opening lower and briefly pulling back up to 2.6%, Nvidia reversed the early losses to finish 0.8% higher. The mega cap is now up over 20% since its earnings report last week. The key market driver on the day was US bond yields, which continued to move higher for a second consecutive day following further weak demand and new gov debt auctions. The US sold US $44 billion of 7-year notes at 4.65%, above the pre-auction level of 4.637%, Bloomberg reported. This follows yesterday's Treasury's offering totaling US $139 billion, which also saw softer than expected demand. The rising yields is a clear indication that investors and traders have lowered their expectations for Federal Reserve rate cuts. Fed funds futures trading data suggests a nearly 54% chance that rates will hold steady in September, according to the CME FedWatch tool. On the M&A front, BHP has declined to make a firm offer for Anglo American, walking away from what could have been the biggest mining deal in over a decade. With less than 1 hour before the deadline, BHP confirmed it had not been able to reach an agreement to secure the backing of Anglo's board and so would not proceed. BHP must now walk away for at least 6 months as a result. In the energy sector, shares of Marathon Oil jumped more than 8% on Wednesday after the announcement that ConocoPhillips has agreed to buy the smaller energy company in an all-stock deal. ConocoPhillips agreed to acquire Marathon Oil in an all-value stock deal, valuing the company at about US $17 billion, extending a major buying spree among the largest players in the US oil and gas industry. Turning to US sectors, all sectors finished in the red, with the worst performer being energy, which finished down 1.76%, followed by industrials and materials, which both finished 1.42% lower. In European news, sterling reached a 21-month high against the euro in European markets due to ongoing inflationary pressures in the UK. Investors are delaying expectations of Bank England rate cuts compared to the Eurozone. Orange juice prices have hit record highs due to adverse weather conditions and disease in Brazil, the top global exporter. Manufacturers are considering using mandarins as an alternative. The surge began in late 2022 after hurricanes and cold snaps damaged orange groves in Florida, the US's main growing region. The rally intensified this month with fears of a poor harvest in Brazil. And looking ahead to the Australian landscape, the SPI futures are pointing to a 0.7% fall. Thank you for listening and have a great day.